Good evening to you, all you beautiful people. So, we're here standing at about 2,300 feet up in the air overlooking the Pacific Ocean in the Fir Overlook in El Corte Madera Preserve in San Mateo County, California. And the typical coastal climate you got, it's cool, it's damp, a little bit breezy. It's just kind of your average day here. Um, just rained yesterday. Everything is extra damp. So, but with a little bit of sunshine like this, makes your whole day. It's pretty nice. So, what we got? What's so special about here is the main geological factors at play are that most of this area is sandstone, which is pretty acidic nature, erodes easily, has excellent drainage, and because of that, the plants that you usually find growing on sandstone depend entirely on levels of moisture. But here, levels of moisture are historically very high for much of what you would consider the Bay Area. Much of the Pacific Northwest, the further up you go, the wetter it is. The more south you go, the drier it is. Where we are is like a happy middle zone. There's enough moisture to sustain thick forests of these Pseudotsuga menziesii Douglas fir trees, madrone trees, Arbutus menziesii, and what shows up around here, back to this whole sandstone, is amongst these pockets of sunlight, we get some pretty rad diversity of a specific group of plants in the Ericaceae, the blueberry family, called manzanitas. Those of you who are familiar with them would know that that's what we're looking at right now. It's on the camera. So, manzanita, as it's colloquially known, but scientifically known as Arctostaphylos, and that means, roughly translates to like bear. Bear means arcto. Staphylos, I forgot, but what we're looking at is Arctostaphylos crustacea, subspecies crustacea. And when they're young, they have this very interesting array of leaves. See how they're kind of almost what we would say verticillate, whirling around the stem, and also an adaptation to the seasonal dryness of this habitat are these thick trichome or hairs. I think, yeah, hairs on the stem, the leaves. What a beauty. And here is a up close of its blooms. This is a main source of nectar for the bees who need it to get through these cold winters. It's one of the first things to bloom. Manzanitas are. They bloom in December and January through about March, so that the bees and the hummingbirds have something to feed in these winters, which aren't really that cold, to be fair. But This looks a little different. Is this the same or? Yeah, it's the same. Crustacea. And a couple of other plants that aren't now. Hold on, crustacea here. I've been told is almost exclusive to the sandstones wherever it occurs in California, coastal California. But here's some more other plants that don't really need the sandstone to make it, but they do just fine on it. Very healthy. It's all about that drainage, you see. Here we got very nondescript Adenostema trifasciculata. Hold on. Adenostema fasciculata, excuse me. And this plant is in the Rosaceae. That's the rose family. So, yep, this is related to roses, blackberries. Just a very well adapted to rocky, dry places in the Pacific Northwest. We also got this Baccharis here, Aster family, Asteraceae, daisies. We got, this is colloquially known as the coffee berry in the Rhamnaceae, Rhamnus californica. What else? We got this scrub oak, Quercus dorata. I believe this is dorata. Kind of feels like it, spiny. Yeah, kind of painful. Adapted to the, adapted to here. There's some acorns developing there. What else? Now, one that I quite enjoy are another one that does not require the sandstones, but you will find growing in the coastal ranges of California is Garrya elliptica in the family Garryaceae. So it's like Gary and then IA, Garrya. But here's a nice shot of, let's get a nice shot of these blooms. Oh yeah. Garryaceae, man, is an interesting family. Here's another shot of these blooms here. Look at that. These plants are dioecious, meaning that they are both. One plant is male and another plant will be female. They do not have the capacity to be self-fertile. So the male releases the pollen and then the female gets impregnated by it and then develops fruits. So this one, let me think, is, and they're wind dispersed. See that? See that? You see that? You see that? That's that wind dispersal mechanism of this Garrya plant. And so this is a male dispensing pollen. Wow, it's just you see these sometimes in gardens, and if they're especially old, they'll be like 12 or 15 feet tall, and just these blooms only last like from January to February, but when they are, wow, what a show. Just What a special one. Let's keep going. So these soils are, like I characterized by good drainage, acidity, high acidity, naturally acidic, and then just further more acidic with this constant dropping of manzanita leaves, oak leaves, Douglas fir leaves, madrone leaves. Here's the madrone. Arbutus menziesii, blueberry family. And here's a young one of those Arctostaphylos crustacea. Look at that, man. That's something else. Yep. Here's some nice blooms. Wow. Real nice. So, what else we got? I know I saw some, here it is. Oh yeah, one of my favorites. Lepichenia calycina, known as the pitcher sage. These leaves, when rubbed, you smell them, have a very, I would say, kind of a musky, mentholy, sweet kind of scent to them. Kind of imagine like a very minty cologne. But yeah, ooh, smells so good. And usually you only find them growing in rocky outcroppings near the coast. And that's what they like. And what else did I see? Oh, family is Lamiaceae, mint family on this Lepichenia. If you grow in a climate that can support Lepichenias, I'd highly recommend growing them. Easy to grow, just water it like once a week, let it dry out. It's a real treat. They smell great. They attract hummingbirds like crazy. They're little hummingbird feeders. You don't gotta buy that. You don't want to buy that fake sugar shit. That gets them addicted, like how we are addicted to sugar. They got plenty of sugar from the flowers. All right, now I love these mosses that grow on the trunks of the Douglas firs. It's got that bumpy texture. It's so nice. All right, let's take a little more walkabout out of this vista area. Say goodbye to this beautiful view. No, hold on. Gotta step behind a plant or something. It's so bright. Jesus. Stay still. Anyways. Wow. Oh, and that's gonna be it. It's gonna be dark as hell for the rest of the ride, but it's not bad. All right, so got some Ceanothus Detsiflorus. These little leaves, family leaves, Rhamnaceae. So this forest is just absolutely laden with these massive madrone trees with the red bark, and then it's just full of redwoods and Douglas firs too. It's my kind of habitat, man. I love it. So you got that redwood, little these aren't, I wouldn't call them saplings. These are root, what do you call them? Rhizomes that came out of from the ground and rose up and become new trees, little divisions. Wow, this was, so that trunk in the middle right there probably was maybe a 6 or 7 or 8, maybe I want to say about 8 feet wide, maybe 10-foot wide tree. And then lumberjacks came in here, or could have also been a lightning strike, but I think it was people. The scars are more predominant on the inside. And big tree got cut down after they burned the inside of it. And however long ago later, these clones came up, these tall trees here, and that was probably about 80 or 70 years ago, maybe a little bit less than that. But and then these are just keep on growing. Man, the family, the redwood family, Cupressaceae, just got some wild stuff, man. They've been around for a long time, evolved approximately around the late to mid Triassic, and many of the members from that time aren't with us anymore, but have evolved to become things like our friend here, Sequoia sempervirens. And one day it's my goal to go see like the redwoods of New Zealand, which is like Fitzroya. I mean, excuse me, all the way around. That's Chile. Chile is Fitzroya. New Zealand is oh God. Which I always forget, man. But nonetheless, there are redwood cousins on every continent besides the living redwood cousins on every continent besides Antarctica. There used to be probably Arthrotaxis in Antarctica before it separated from before it got separated. And right, so what else? Got Cunninghamia, which is like native to China and Taiwan. You got, there's one in Africa I totally forgot the name of, and there's a bunch of them that I don't remember any of their names, but they're native to like the highlands of like Vietnam and Laos and like Thailand and stuff. And yeah, and there's of course the ones from Europe too. So wild stuff. Now let's keep moving. I want to see what's over here. This is my second time in this place ever, and I only ever walked up to that vista area, so I have no context for where I am. Oh, here, back to redwoods real quick. Wait. No, I don't have a good example right now. It'll show up, but yeah, love it. These forests are heavily mycorrhizal. And what that means is the symbiotic relationships between the fungi in the ground and the trees and all the other plants is high activity. So you get a bunch of the good mushrooms will be found, the good edible kinds you're going to find in forests that are dominated by Douglas firs and madrones, like we're in right now. So like maitake is one of those that can grow in a place like this. Like, I don't know what this is, but we got something here. And I'm no mycologist, but so smooth cap, lots of gills, upright posture, and has a yellow. The meat looks yellow and secretes a yellow. Smells good. A lot of the mushrooms that are bad smell good. And but yeah, you see that? All these Douglas fir needles. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. But here, let's try to get some spores onto the ground for him. Ooh, yeah. All right, keep moving. Wow. Now, it kind of drives me nuts. Oh, look at this. We got a little pocket of Juncus patens. Look at these. A great, I wouldn't say lawn alternative. You gotta water them as much as a lawn. But if you have these are great for bioswales and what is known as rhizoremediation, which means basically the restoration of the first few inches of soil, which is called the rhizosphere, and they're able to store, compounds. They grow in pretty tough places already. Like, you'll see them growing in serpentine and doing just fine. Serpentine has like a lot of heavy metals in it, and it's like, I don't care. So Juncaceae, Juncus patens, a lovely graminoid, and usually you'll find growing with it the good old yerba buena, Clinopodium douglasii. Almost everywhere I go, if I'm hiking in Marin, Sonoma, Mendocino, San Mateo County, Santa Cruz County, like these yerba buena just almost always grow with Juncus. But man, they smell great. Mint family, Lamiaceae, and Oh yeah, makes a really good tea. Kind of like a very minty, mentally, lemon balmy kind of tea. Oh yeah, that's good. What we have here? Oddly flat. This used to be a logging area, so all right. Trail not passable. Okay, I'll be fine. Look at that mouse. You like mouse, mate? Alrighty. So, what else do we have here? I mean, it's kind of, not gonna lie, the same thing over and over again with the madrones, the Douglas firs, we didn't talk about tan oaks yet here. We got good old friend. Here's what the leaves look like. Notholithocarpus densiflorus, the tan oak. Here's the bark of a tree. The family is the oak family, Fagaceae. And these guys heavily depend on the mycorrhizae in the soil. And man, everything is so damp. Lovely fern that goes dormant. It's not dead, this is dormant. This is Pteridium aquilinum. And look what I found. Ooh, this is really beat up. But Chrysolipsis chrysolipta, the chinkapin. And there is its seed pod. I'm not gonna touch it. Do you see those spines? Look at this thing. Look at that thing. Look at those spines. Ooh. Gotta wear gloves. But ooh, yeah. All right. What else? Pteridium aquilinum, that fern, comes back to life in spring, and it will stay green until about mid-summer, which is here, September. And then once these heat waves in October and November come, they start to desiccate and go dormant. And then followed by the heat waves or tremendous storms that bring a lot of water. And we know these damp conditions for ferns is usually great, but they just evolve to be dormant in a seasonably dry environment. Yet I wonder if there are places where it never goes dormant because the weather is perfect all the time, and like rains all the time. I was shout outs to my dad and stepmother Susan. They're in the island of Madeira, and there the Pteridium aquilinum, this one, is abundant. It's native to that island as well. It has a distribution all over North America and all over Europe. So being that island is located essentially off the coast of both of those continents, somehow the spores of that plant, however many million years ago, landed on that island and became a population. Look at that moss, mate. Look at the moss, mate. You like the moss, mate? Okay, sorry. We got Real nice. Real nice. Real quiet. It kind of drives me nuts. Oh, hey. Whenever we see, whenever those planes fly by, but it's 21st century, baby. What are you going to do? So, we got, where's a nice one here? I want to get a nice lighting. These goddamn cameras. So, yeah. We got Picaringia montana, known as the chaparral pea. This is a fabid in the Fabaceae. So this is related to beans. So they produce nitrogen. They got nitrogen fixing bacteria in their roots and these little nodules. And they fix nitrogen in the soil, which is essential for healthy green plant growth. These guys are tough as nails. I've seen them growing out of nothing but the rock crevice, and I've seen them growing on serpentine soils. This soil is not serpentine, it's sandstone, which has a lot more mineral content than some of the other soils. Yet, yeah. What's that over there? Uh-huh. Boy, it's chilly. There's a chrysalopsis. Chrysalopa. Ready? You ready? Boom. Oh. Again. Wait. Come on, you. Boom. Hey, boom. Oh, that golden underside. So, Chrysalopsis chrysalopa is another plant in the Fagaceae, the oak family, and they're related to chestnuts. So yep, that's pretty cool. What's that over there? It's just so many trees. Look at this. This used to have a carpet of Arctostaphylos here, and these Douglas firs grew too tall. They're a very weedy tree. I'm telling you, they are like the western U.S. weedy tree. Native, though. We got a lot of other weedy trees that aren't native, but these are. But they're still wonderful. I love them. But yeah, they outcompete with the understory plants, and they alter the soil chemistry to be even higher in acidity, which then ultimately increases erosion. But because they drop so many needles, they alter the local conditions of the soil to best suit them, and of course other plants that like the conditions that they provide, but they outshade a lot of manzanitas, oaks, the occasional toyon. These chinkapins probably got shaded out too, and they're not getting enough light. I don't understand really. I don't know what is causing these huge diebacks of chinkapin. It might be Phytophthora. I don't know, but it's the cycle of life, man. Can't stop it. Oh, what's that? Looks like a big old bull, not a bolete. I don't know what that is. Oh wow. What do we have over here? And Douglas fir has made its way around the world. I mean, it's used as a pulp tree or something. It's a lumber tree, I think mostly. And it's because it just grows fast and is reasonably drought tolerant. So it's an invasive in anywhere that is not the west of the Rockies in the United States. So it's especially invasive in New Zealand, and I saw that people brought it over to Europe, so it's an invasive there. It may not be. May potentially be native there, but definitely did not evolve in the southern hemisphere. So yeah. Wow, these sandstone soils are pretty nice. Anyways, I gotta use the bathroom, and so I'm gonna sign off. But this is nice, eh? Got some nice stuff here. Alrighty, check out this lichen real quick. Oh yeah, look at that. Look at this guy. What a beast. Lichens. Wow. Another species. I can tell this one is Usnea. Species of Usnea. As for these other ones that look like plates or something, or corals, it looks like a coral. No idea. And there's species of stricta lichen right here. I don't know why it's totally brown, but yeah. Alrighty, y'all. That's it for now. Best of luck. I hope your day has been well, and if it hasn't, I'm right there with you. So have a good one. Day, evening, night, whatever. Peace.